Singapore's Digital Development and Information Minister, Josephine Teo, has urged countries to be proactive about governing the emerging risks in agentic AI, especially in areas like healthcare and social services. That's because of the autonomous nature of such tools that may introduce new risks. Speaking at the AI Summit in Delhi, she says the consequences also become complex and unpredictable.
Government is high risk because the touch point with citizens are very sensitive. No citizen and no government wants to make serious mistakes when they interact with their citizens, telling them things about their health, telling things about their social security, telling them about things to do with their benefits that are not accurate, and having them not just being told but acted upon.
Mrs. Teo says Singapore is actively testing, developing standards, and working with the private sector to verify and build trust in the safe and reliable use of AI. She says such work cannot be done alone, and Singapore welcomes more cooperation with other partners. Mrs. Teo also called for closer collaboration to turn AI safety principles into practical safeguards amid fragmented global governance. She says the challenge is turning concepts like transparency and fairness into practical actions. And this will require standardized evaluation methods that work across different regulatory contexts.
We need capacity building so that all countries can meaningfully engage with the technical evidence and not just with the large AI research ecosystems. I would encourage all stakeholders to view scientific input not as a constraint on policy flexibility, but as a foundation for more durable, effective governance that can maintain public trust.
The Digital Development and Information Minister also highlighted the importance for countries to work together to use AI to mitigate risks and improve safety. She said this at a panel discussion on an international AI safety report published earlier this month. Now, the report focused on general-purpose AI, which are models and systems that perform a wide range of tasks. These include writing code, analyzing data, generating images, and answering complex questions. The most capable of these systems are at the frontier of AI development. The report also listed risks, including malicious use of scams and cyber attacks. There are also malfunctions, where systems fabricate information, produce flawed outputs, or behave unreliably. Another systemic risk is that it can cause market disruptions and affect people's ability to make informed choices. The report also noted that there is no single solution to manage these risks. It says multiple safeguards are needed, including threat modeling, capability testing, and incident reporting. It also pointed out governance gaps where rapid development and limited transparency make oversight difficult.
Ultimately, we should try and get to a point where the end user has assurance of safety, that they don't have to be thinking so hard about whether the proper tests have been applied. We're not there yet, but I think we need to find a way to work out the roadmap.
Mrs. Teo says Singapore's approach to AI in an increasingly fragmented global tech landscape is to remain a trusted node. This means keeping Singapore connected to cutting-edge technology while ensuring it is not abused and the risk of misuse is minimized. She points to growing risks of technology decoupling, saying that Singapore stays trusted by acting in a consistent, principled way. But she warns that regulation alone cannot deal with AI's wider social strains.
I think sometimes there is a desire, a tendency to want to think of ways of regulating AI in order to slow down its advance, and perhaps to try and forestall the risk. I'm not underestimating the need. For example, in making sure that there are guardrails on AI safety. I just want to say that those are important. But to over-expect AI regulations to deliver on the other important issues, such as the potential for greater social inequality, I think it is unrealistic.
Instead, Mrs. Teo says societies need to strengthen what she terms social solidarity, and this includes support for job moves and access to housing, healthcare, and education to sustain trust as AI spreads.